Hey everyone, and welcome to A Moose Morning. My name is Kristen, and this is Tequila. I don't know why he's smelling me the way that he's smelling me. Hi. What do you want? Okay. Today I don't really have anything planned. I just want to, sit and talk, I guess. I'm gonna do tag questions and answer as much as I can about myself, which as much as I can is probably about anything, besides really super in detail situations. What is my full name? My full name is Kristen Marie Nicole Hood. Tequila's is Tequila Mockingbird Hood. He's a good boy. I'm a good person. That doesn't need to be said. For him it does. He's a Chihuahua, and not a lot of Chihuahuas are good dogs. I have 4 of them, so I kind of know. The next question is, if you had to change your first name, what would you change it to? I've actually thought a lot about this. And if I could change my name to anything, it'd be Riley or Story. Those are 2 of my favorite names. Riliegh or Storiee. I know I won't ever change my name. So if I ever end up having children, I really want twins, 1 boy, 1 girl. Hello, Tequila. You're making things impossible, just so you know. Tiki, look over here. No. Over here. You say hi. You're pressing on my keypad. So this is what I get all the time. This video is more going to be a close-up of Tequila's face than anything. I could tell him no, but, he's an interesting little fella. And, this channel isn't to show you, oh, hey, my life is perfect, that's for sure. Have you seen all the mistakes I make? Probably not. The whole brownie incident, that was a huge mistake. My camera is dumb and it hates me, and that's just how it goes. This channel is all about, it's more about my life and what I do to show you guys things that I know, or, you know what I mean. And if you don't, I don't know how to explain it. But I guess we could do more tag questions. Where were you born? I was born in a little town in the lower part of the Lower Peninsula of Michigan. It's called Charlotte, Michigan, not to be confused, or called Charlotte. They are spelt the same way, but they're pronounced completely different. Not that there's a Charlotte, Michigan, but there's a Charlotte, Michigan. And a lot of people will come up and say Charlotte, or they'll come and, ask a whole bunch of questions. And it kind of makes the people there a little grumpy. I don't personally care, but that's just how it works. I grew up all around Michigan, though. The most time we've spent is up here in East Jordan. A total of 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 years of my life I've spent in East Jordan. But yeah, other places include like Lansing or Petoskey, So I've lived in a little bit of everywhere. One of my favorite things about myself is my singing voice, which I do plan on doing covers on here once I learn how to like play piano or something. Keyboard right there. But I don't know how to do that yet, and I was watching something earlier today that said if you use music that you need a copyright. So yeah, I don't want to get in trouble for not having the copyright or anything like that, but I do plan on eventually learning how to use the keyboard and playing a few songs that I love, or doing a cappella, but usually that's hard to do by yourself. Tequila's back. Which of my parents am I closest to and like more? My mom. My mom is remarried to, obviously, my stepdad. I have no contact with my father. And if you want to know more about that, you can. I'll do a whole what I've been through in my life segment at a later date. But I choose to believe I'm nothing like my father, who I haven't had any real contact with since I was 4 years old. But my mom and I are very much alike. We're very similar. And I just love her. My grandparents neither of them are still married, but my grandma, my mom's mom, has been married since I was really young. And, I have 4 grandma and grandpas. That's just how it works. Both of my grandparents on my father's side have passed away. My grandma has been married my grandma on my mom's side has been married for a very long time. And her husband is like my grandpa. I call him my grandpa. Then my mom's dad is still alive. He's kind of a jerk. But my stepdad, his mom, she goes by Mimit. She's a really great person. But his dad has passed away as well. I'm very close with, I was very close with my grandma that passed away. But the other, 4 I'm not exactly close with. Yeah. So I was gonna say something and I completely forgot. So that's why I'm like sitting here and I'm like stalling because I can't think of what I wanted to say. Oh yeah, my birthday. I was born on my mom's birthday, which is August 19th. We're 40 minutes and 40 years apart. So, that's pretty cool. My birthday twin is actually related to me. I don't know if anybody out there who watches this has the same birthday, let me know. I'm always looking for my birthday twin. My best physical feature, I would say my eyes. Unless I just did that. Favorite things about yourself and favorite physical feature are 2 different things. Yeah, my eyes are my favorite physical feature. They're the most good looking. I love the color. They're like a bluish green, gray color. They're more gray most of the time, but they do switch between like a pale blue and a pale green, and I love it. There's actually a little like flecks of gold in there too, and my sister's very jealous of my eyes. Favorite actor would be, I'm really bad with names, so boy names anyways. But I really love Ryan Reynolds. Favorite actress would be Scarlett Johansson. She's beautiful and she's very talented. I don't have a favorite celebrity, unless you count YouTube stars as celebrities, and then it's a very big tie between Markiplier and Rhett Link. Favorite musician, holy man. I don't really have one. I listen to a lot of music, but right now it's between Five Finger Death Punch and Panic at the Disco, two very different types of music, but you know. Favorite person in the world is my daughter. I had to give her up for adoption when she was born. The situation was not safe for either of us, and I wanted her to have her best chance. She's my favorite person in this whole world. And like she's almost 4 now, so it's been a while. Favorite color, definitely purple. Favorite drink, I really love water. Don't know why. I literally have a gallon of water next to my bed that I drink every day. Favorite fairy tale, I don't know why, but I really love the story of Little Red Riding Hood. I don't know why. It makes no sense, but I do. Favorite food, mac and cheese. Holiday destination, I've never went anywhere for holiday or for a holiday or whatever. Just downstate to my grandma's house. Favorite ice cream flavor, I love vanilla, but I also love like butter pecan. Favorite physical activity, I love to clean my fish tanks, and my turtle tank, which I will do, a walkabout, through my house and show you what I mean, at a later date. I do want to do on one of these weekends a day in the life kind of thing. But that will have to wait until I get a better camera, because right now I'm using my laptop, and I don't know if you've ever seen somebody walk around with their laptop in Walmart, or just in general, just walk around with it open, talking to it. It seems a little weird. Favorite snack, I love peanut butter. Favorite song, right now, I don't really have one. The one I listen to the most, though, is Beggin' by Madcon, I think is what it's called. Which is a throwback to the songs that I would listen to all the time. Favorite time of the day? Nighttime. I love the dark and like doing things when everybody's asleep. Yeah. Favorite type of clothing? I love leggings. I really do. I have a bunch. Favorite way to pass the time? I love to knit. I sing, which I would want to do cover videos. So eventually that'll get there. I write sometimes. I love to read, stuff like that. Favorite candle scent? I love anything that smells like berries or fruit or vanilla, like sweet food scented, which makes me just sound so ridiculous. But yeah. Favorite subject in high school is the only one that I actually passed with good grades. It's English. Least favorite subject in school would be history. Give me just a second. Okay, so sorry about that. They seen somebody drive past the house, and they're dogs, and that's what they do. Okay, so least favorite subject in high school was history. Yeah. Favorite TV show when I was a kid would have to be like the Hidden Temple or whatever it was called, Legend of the Hidden Temple. That was on Nickelodeon. It was a lot of fun. It was one of my favorite things to watch. Or I don't know, like Ren and Stimpy. My mom let us watch that, even though it was highly inappropriate. Are you afraid of heights? Yes, I do not do heights. Are you more inclined to build an empire or unleash the potential of others? I mean, I can't say that everybody, nobody wants to build their own empire. Like, eventually, everybody wants to have something that's their own. But I don't really want that. I am more the person to help you understand what you can do, what can help you in any way. I'm definitely there to help unleash the potential of others. Are you more likely to avoid conflict or engage in it and head on? I am definitely the kind of person who avoids conflict. I do not like to be on anybody's bad side. So, yeah. Am I a cat or a dog person? This is actually something I get asked a lot because I have a cat and I have a dog, and there's 3 other dogs and 2 other cats in the house. They're all kind of out in the living room right now, but I would choose cats over dogs unless it came down to Tequila versus getting a kitten. That being said, I would rather have a reptile. I'm a reptile person, not a cat person, not a dog person, but if we're talking just normal everyday, you can get it for free at the pet shelter. I'm going to choose cat. I am an okay cook, which is this question, are you a good cook? I think I make stuff that's good. A lot of people eat what I make, and they say it's good, so I guess good is a good adjective for that. If you could eliminate one weakness or limitation in your life, what would it be? I would get rid of my social anxiety. Just because that makes everything so much harder. Like, yeah, a lot of people will say depression, but, I've dealt with that since I was 13 years old. I've kind of got that in the bag. But my social anxiety is something that is relatively recent within the last few years. And I would just like that to go away. That's kind of why I'm doing this YouTube thing, because I want to better myself and get less out of my head. So I scrolled down a bit and I got to the more interesting questions, I guess. This one seems a little personal to start on, but you guys already know my full name. How many boyfriends or girlfriends have you had? I am actually pansexual, so I have had both boyfriends and girlfriends. I've had 2 girlfriends and 4 boyfriends in the last 10 years. And I'm currently dating somebody, so he's in the 4. How many oceans have you swam in? 1. Again, I'm afraid of I'm afraid of like things in the ocean. I always forget what it's called. How many pairs of shoes do I currently own? I own 4 pairs of high heels, 1 pair of flats, 3 pairs of tennis shoes, and 2 pairs of flip-flops. A lot of my high heels don't get worn because I am 5'10", and a lot of people don't like it when you're taller than them like that. So, yeah. How many relationships have you been in? It's the same question as before. 6. How many rings before you answer the phone? It depends on who's calling. If it's somebody that has hurt me, I will not answer it right away. I'll let them call a couple of times, and then I'll answer it at the last possible second. But if it's somebody who is very, very close to me, I will answer it pretty much right away, unless I'm on the phone with somebody else, which happens a lot more often than you think it does. How many tattoos? I have 2 tattoos. I have one right here on my forearm for my daughter, and then I have one on my back for my grandma that passed away. It's about, I know this is horrible depth thing because, you know, I don't know what you're watching this on, but it's about 4 inches, and then it's a breast cancer awareness ribbon with a little like candy corn in the bottom. Yeah. How old were you when you found out Santa wasn't real? My mom never really told us that Santa was a thing. She actually told us the exact opposite. We never really believed in Santa anyways. How old were you when you learned how to ride a bike? I was 9, I want to say. It was after we lived downstate when we came back up here, so. What store would you choose to max out your credit card? It depends on the month. Like this month, I would go to like Walmart and max out a credit card because they have like a lot of stuff. It'd be mostly food because we don't have a lot of it in the house, but that's what happens when there's 5 of you and 2 of them are very, very, very hungry teenagers. Have you ever been in a beauty pageant? Yes, I have. It was like the Bay Area beauty pageant back in 2011. I was in it after my grandma passed away, and I sang Celine Dion's "Your Heart Will Go On," or "My Heart Will Go On," or whatever it's called, as my talent, because that was a song that was very, very important to my grandma. She loved it, and I sang it for her. Have you ever won a trophy or an award? What was it for? No. The pageant did not go well. Have you read any of the Harry Potter, Hunger Games, or Twilight series? Which one was your favorite? I have read 2 of the 3. I'm really looking forward to reading Harry Potter. I did like the movies, but you know, Hunger Games was a very, very good book series, and I actually kind of like Twilight. I would much rather read Twilight than watch Twilight. It's a little less dumb if you read it versus if you watch it. A little less cringy, I should say. At what age did I go on my first date? I was 18. I dated a bunch of people where we never actually went out. We just kind of were talking, which I don't count as relationships. But, I mean, when you're in high school, that's one thing. Not a lot of high schoolers have a job. I mean, they do now, but back when I was in high school, it wasn't a huge thing. After a breakup, would you rather be alone or surrounded by friends? That's really hard because if it's something small, Like, one of my relationships lasted about 6 months. Yeah, that's enough time to really get to know somebody, really know if you want to be with them for a long time. But if it's shorter than a year, I usually say, hey, let's go hang out with friends, let's get together. But my last relationship ended after 4 years, and I couldn't even think about being around friends or anything like that. I kind of just wallowed for about 6 months. But, it's been over a year now, or just about a year. It's been about 11 months. And I started dating somebody new. So obviously my grieving time is over, but, we're still friends and all that, but it's not the same. What is your flavor? Oh my goodness. What is your favorite flavor of anything? I love lemon. Lemon is my absolute favorite thing in the whole world right now. I can eat a whole lemon and be perfectly fine. No sour face, no nothing. Let's see. What is one guilty pleasure you enjoy too much to give up? Baking in the middle of the night. It's what gets me in trouble, but I love it. Where was I on Valentine's Day? I was recording for you and doing nothing else because, yeah. If you could change something about your home without worry about expenses or mess, what would you do? I would update the insulation, or I don't know, change the electricity, which you can all do at the same time. So that counts as the same thing, right? What is the first thing you do when you open your eyes in the morning? Drink half a gallon of water. Or find my dogs in my bed, because there's always dogs in my bed. One or the other. First thing you think of when you wake up in the morning is, where are the dogs in my bed? Am I going to squish them if I try to get out of bed? Because they lay between my legs, or they lay on top of me, or they, which that all sounds very inappropriate, and it's not meant to be. But if you have little dogs, I'm sure you understand what I mean. First book I remember reading is honestly The Horse Whisperer. And that's one of my favorite books. And I read that when I was 9, I want to say. Last movie I seen at the cinema, Aquaman. It was very good. It was actually a lot better than I was expecting it to be. Strangest thing I believed in when I was a kid, that McChickens were made of horse meat, which I know doesn't make any sense. But I thought everything at McDonald's was made with horse meat. Yeah, that was probably the weirdest thing. What is the thing you change the TV channel with? A remote? It's a weird question. What languages besides your native tongue would you like to be fluent in? I would love to learn Spanish. I did take Spanish in school, but it wasn't good. I didn't do a very good job. But I'd also really love to learn like Russian. I don't know why, just always thought it was awesome. Last thing I bought was a chocolate bar. Oh no, it was candy cigarettes. I love candy cigarettes. Candy sticks for the sensitive. What would you name your son if you had one? I have actually put a lot of thought into this because I'm a 23-year-old girl who loves children. If I had a son, my first son would be named after his dad or his father, if that was okay. If that wasn't okay, then I really love Alexander or Tiberius. I know those are at least the second one is kind of strange. But that's always been something that's been on my list. I want to bring back all the weird names that, have gone missing. So we're going to just randomly scroll through here. If you could meet any one person from history or currently alive, who would it be? Markiplier. I'd love to meet Markiplier. Yeah, that sounds kind of dumb because, he's a YouTuber and, a lot of people don't understand. But Markiplier and Rhett and Link, they are the ones who pushed me to do this channel, to be who I am, to finally get out there and do what I want to do. I mean, I'd love to meet any of them, but if I had to just pick one, it'd be Markiplier. If I could restore one broken relationship, which would it be? With one of my best friends. She is currently not talking to me for whatever reason, and I just, even if it wasn't to restore it, and it was just to make sure she could be happy, that would be great. If you could pick one, would you rather have infinite money or unending love? Unending love, for sure. I don't have a lot of use for money if it's, infinite. Eventually you end up buying everything that you need or want, and then you don't know what to do. Okay, so we're going to do pick ones. Pick one, cat or dog? Cats. Chatting or phone call? Phone call. Cheat or be cheated on? I don't feel like answering that because both are horrible. I would never cheat on anybody, and I would really, really hope that nobody cheated on me. It's devastating. I've actually been cheated on, and it was not fun. Chicken or beef? I prefer chicken. Coke or Pepsi? I don't really like cola, but if we're talking full line, then Pepsi. Exceptional strength or intelligence? Intelligence. Forgiveness or vengeance? Forgiveness. Free healthcare or free education? I would choose free education. You can always... Most people can afford healthcare. Not everybody can afford education. And I would much rather have a bunch of educated people going around, making it so that people have a fighting chance to get the healthcare than have a bunch of healthy people who can't afford college. Halloween or Valentine's Day? Halloween. Apple or Android? Android, definitely. Meat or fish? I don't eat a lot of meat. I used to be a vegetarian. I don't remember what exactly changed that. I just started eating meat again. So I'd rather pick fish. Monopoly or chess? I choose. Oh my goodness. I choose chess. Nike or Adidas? Doesn't matter to me. I never get name brand shoes. Vanilla or chocolate? Vanilla. Bungee jumping or skydiving? Neither. I'm afraid of heights. Would you rather be overdressed or always underdressed? I'd rather always be overdressed, because at least then they can say, hey, she looks good, versus, oh, she decided to wear that. I guess it can go either way, but alright, I'm going to do like 3 more, seeing as this is already almost up to 40 minutes. I'm going to do the last 3. Would you rather talk in your sleep or fart in your sleep? I already talk in my sleep, so we're going to keep going with that. Would you rather walk funny or talk funny? I do a little bit of both. I'd rather talk funny. Would you rather... Okay, this is actually a good one. Would you rather your parents be able to read your thoughts or your crush be able to read your thoughts? And I know people can take that dirty or not, but I would much rather have my crush read my thoughts than my parents, because I'd get in a lot of trouble if my parents could read my thoughts, just based on random stuff that I think about throughout the day, which still sounds vaguely inappropriate, but so that's it for this video. Just about 40 minutes. It's really long, I know, but it's okay. So like, comment, and subscribe on this video. If you want to ask me more questions, I can answer them. If you have any other ideas about what I can cook or other challenges I can do, go ahead and put them in the description. And go ahead and follow and like A Moose Morning on Facebook. I will put a link for that in the description. And I will also put a loud warning for when the dogs decided to start barking in the description as well. So thank you again for coming and watching my video, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye!